Public Works and Transportation Committee Chair and committee members. I am Steve Howlett, Assistant Public Works Director, and this item is an agreement with Arborpro, Inc. for urban forestry services. Recommendation that the Public Works and Transportation Committee recommend that the City Council approve and authorize the mayor to execute an agreement with Arborpro, Inc. for a total amount not to exceed $363,186 with an initial term of 2 years from September 3rd, 2025 to September 2nd, 2027, with the option for a consecutive 1-year period extension ending September 2nd, 2028 for urban forestry services. Background. The USDA Forest Service is distributing approximately $1 billion for urban and community forestry investments through the Inflation Reduction Act, also known as the Urban and Community Forestry Grant Program. The City Council approved the grant application and resolution for the Inflation Reduction Act and Urban and Community Forestry Grant Program on July 18th, 2023. On August 20th, 2024, the City of Oxnard was awarded the grant in the amount of $984,925 from the USDA Forest Service through a subaward agreement, which is attached to the staff report, with Green Latinos. This project includes the award of an agreement to perform the inventory of the city's trees, a level 2 risk assessment of each city tree, a list of trees that are recommended for removal, use of a LiDAR drone to measure the citywide tree canopy cover and provide an analysis to improve cooling in disadvantaged neighborhoods, and provide urban forestry management training to staff along with community outreach and education. This grant will fund the removal of an estimated 600 trees that will be identified as part of the level 2 risk assessment. The tree removals will be bid separately from this agreement. On May 12th, 2025, the Purchasing Division published a request for proposals for urban forestry services within the city. 2 potential vendors were directly notified of the RFP, as well as the RFP being published on publicpurchase.com and the city's purchasing website. Bid submissions were due by May 28th, 2025, and the city received 4 submissions. An evaluation committee reviewed all 4 proposals, and each committee member, which consisted of the Assistant Public Works Director, the Parks Manager, and the Park Supervisor, scored each proposal individually based on the completeness of the response, the qualifications, experience, and education of key staff, scope of services to be provided, the proposer's experience with public agencies, and their references. The collective committee scores rated Arborpro as the most responsive to the RFP. Discussion. Staff has confirmed that Arborpro, Inc. meets all required city contractual provisions, possession of a city business tax certificate, insurance certificates, and corporate filing with the California Secretary of State. Based upon the available information and research performed to date, staff believes the vendor is capable of satisfactorily completing the services for this agreement. After the completion of this agreement by Arborpro, Inc., the remaining grant funds will be applied towards future contract services for the removal of identified hazardous trees, the planting of new trees, and the development of the city's urban forest master plan, following scope and budget amendment approval by the grantor, which is Green Latinos. Financial impact. The total cost for this agreement with Arborpro shall not exceed $363,186 over the term of the contract. Services will commence on September 3rd, 2025, and grant funds have been awarded from the Inflation Reduction Act Urban and Community Forestry Grant Program to cover 100% of the project costs. Please note that the agreement attached to this agenda report is in draft format. Staff is currently working with Arborpro, Inc. to finalize the terms of the agreement and anticipates presenting the finalized version to the September 2nd, 2025 City Council meeting. This concludes the staff report, and staff is available for any questions. Thank you.